Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today I keep hearing what happens if you're in the friend zone, but I'm going to keep going with this reading and see what we need to see. That may come into it. I'm not sure exactly, but that's what's coming up. So, oh, there's that ignition of passion. We keep getting that card day after day after day lately. Okay, so thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see for the twin collective that joins me here? Ooh, Tower. Tower just fell out. Anything else? One more. And Karma. Okay, well, we got the Tower and the Five of Flames. This is anything that kind of can be pushed aside if we want to, that doesn't really have power over us, that's standing in the way. So I'm getting that for the twin collective, we're suddenly seeing things that don't really matter as having been, I just heard seductively keeping us trapped. So there is a tendency to really take care of like 911 energy, anything that's up close and personal, in our face, dramatic, it's obvious. But the subtle things we give our energy to are the things that really have the power over us. So let's have a look at that. I'm going to get a divine perspective, higher love perspective on this Five of Flames and transformational, the instantaneous, never to be the same again, Tower energy. So what is it, Divine Creator, that we can see for the twin collective? What can we look at consciously? What can we look at on the heart space? The wishes going forward, the manifestation energies, the actions that can be taken to really work with this Five of Flames, a Tower energy. What can we see as the biggest challenge regarding these? I'm hearing like secondary energies that aren't our primary focus. And what is the spirit guided solution for that? And then I'm going to get a third card for advice for the viewer, whether you're masculine or feminine. So thank you, Divine Creator, for bringing through the advice or the side note for my viewer regarding the energies that come through. Okay, for the conscious mind, what can we be looking at in light of these flimsy energies that we give way too much power to? Okay, secretly make it your kung fu to find your truth in the midst of it all. The Two of Swords in the upright is a crossroads, a blockage, where our truth seems to be at perfect odds with somebody else's truth, and we just freeze. In the reverse, we are finding our own heart's way through. And the Seven of Swords is all about secrecy, self-interest, strategy. In the upright, we might even be deluding ourselves. In the reverse, we're seeing our truth. Nobody else needs to believe in it or support it for us to find that way. This is, I think I got this energy yesterday, where the water, the emotion is finding its cracks in the 3D reality, the paradigms that keep us with the status quo. Same energy here. This Five of Wands, Five of Flames is stuff that holds us back. It's that other sword that we let have power over our joy of life, our heart's decisions. No more. We're never going to be giving away our power like that again. We're learning too much. We're learning too much about being sovereign, about being on our own path. Whether anybody, family, friends, karmic partners, business partners, nothing has power outside of our own sovereignty. And so we're learning these subtle areas that we give our power away. What can we see for the viewer? Yeah, moving forward. So this, I just heard, move confidently forward on the things that your heart tells you to. Gone are the times when we give our power away. I just heard that again. This is about independent, heart-led living that culminates in changing the world. Okay, what is it on the heart space that we're meant to be paying attention to. Okay, Mother of Wands, this is the Kung Fu, the martial artist level flow and grace manifestation. I see the Queen of Wands as somebody whose reality rises up to meet them and coming into alignment with inner and outer reality. And so this is the purification. When you follow your heart, when you drop into your heart space and you follow this impeccable truth on your heart, walk to the beat of your own drum, you align with this eternal energy. Bit by bit, it calibrates your whole life so that you become this shamanic martial artist expression of your truth that just flows seamlessly through life, manifests everything you need, is in alignment with love, all of the provision that you need, the wisdom, the insight. You're like an arc between heaven and earth, and you are on point, on fire. This is the flame suit. Yes, and here's that foundation. So we are meant to be making this foundation going forward based on the truths our heart. This is the heart space, but the pentacles. So we're living, we are that bridge between heart and reality, and we are living that building block by building block, choice by choice, decision by decision, based on heart, not what we think others would have us do or say. This is about each of us individuating from that and really trusting the foundation that we're laying in our own right, the authenticity. Soul driven. What can we see for the manifestations coming up? Oh, there we get the Tower again for the destined path. Course correction, I just heard. The star in the upright is sort of being aligned with destiny sometimes, and the inverse is this kind of detour energy. So a tower is coming in. We're seeing a direct conscious will to manifest away from the crowd again, away from the things that might have tricked us, coyote energy, pulling us off course. Anything that's taken us off course, we're noticing where our energy is depleted, where our mood is affected, where our mojo is lost, where our joie de vivre is missing. Yeah, the burden. So there is a big realization right now where we've let others take our show on their road, is what I just heard. And it's about reclaiming that. This is going to come suddenly for many in the collective, and this can include the divine counterpart. For divine feminine specifically, in waiting energy, this is the wait no more. This is take the reins back in your own life. This is stop creating burden by waiting. And for divine masculines, this is stop giving your power away to people please, to hang out with your friend groups that aren't going anywhere, taking advice from people that haven't trailblazed in the ways that your heart is calling you. This is the energy of you seeing yourself as a leader and going forward on your destined path, individuating from the crowd, getting away from karmic partnerships that entrap and make you busy every day, but where are you really getting? So there's a lot of energy in that. Yes, and it's humble humility. Ego will keep us defending the bad guy, defending those that are pulling power ranks over us, even subtly, even just vying for our time when we're not stepping on to our gifts, our talents, all of that. Ego can say we need to be successful with those scenarios first before we can focus on ourselves and get on to our real track. This is saying no, humble yourselves. Everybody humble yourselves and get down to business. You cannot be that light in the world, generous in the world, if you're people pleasing and putting everyone else first. It's got to at least be a balance, but this is saying it's got to change. It's got to change. Everybody's got to switch over to higher self-directed motion here. What are the actions we're being guided to? Yeah, to stop being weak energy, stop being hot and cold ghosting, balance out, go for the long-term thinking. Don't be so impulsive. Impulsivity is, we're not strong in our own energy when we're trying to keep up with the Joneses, or we're peer pressured, or making choices that don't align with a more abundant pathway, we're short-sighted. This is saying say no to that in lieu of the long-term energy. You know the answers within you. Your gut instinct, your heart tells you. You get a little bit of a, oh, I don't know if I should. Or, oh, this feels exciting, but it doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do. Those kinds of things. Don't do it. Consistently choose a different path and see how much abundance comes in, how much you streamline. There's a lot of FOMO in this energy. So we're getting rid of FOMO is what I'm hearing here. So yeah, taking actions that are more long-term thinking and actually cutting the losses with the FOMO people. You know when that's happening, and one day after another, it just keeps you snowballing on that other course. What is the biggest challenge? Not wishing to step out of comfort zone. This is my wish card, but in the reverse, not wishing, and this is the card of being in the comfort zone, and this is stepping out of comfort zone. So yeah, not knowing. Fear of uncertainty, not knowing if it's going to work. This is a Queen of Swords. She knows things. She's all perceiving, all seeing, and in the reverse, she doesn't know. So the challenge here is not knowing, you know, the fear of the unexpected. So we let go of things that we find familiar, easy, we default to, we give our power away because it's so bloody easy. But the challenge is letting go of those things and knowing that better can only come when we're not repeating history over and over and over. Sometimes we get some major karmic backlash and we have to make a course correction. For some that might happen, but I'm really feeling this is the subtle energies, that enough is enough. And it's time to have a look at the habits, the patterns that hold us back, the things we don't think are a big deal. But we've got to step out of our comfort zone because we're creatures of habit. When we keep emulating the same Groundhog Day over and over, days pass, weeks pass, months pass, life passes by. What is the solution to this? Here is that Ace of Wands. This is the ignition. More than meets the eye. That's my card of the 3D. In the reverse, it's dropping into the soul stuff. Really, what is your gift? What is your talent? What is the passion? What turns you on? Which direction do you want to go in? What inspires you? Really, remember that. If you don't remember that, remember that. If you do know what it is, go forward. Make steps. Don't subscribe to the things that everybody else is doing or saying just because you are comfortable there. Yes, your mindset needs to make progress. So if you don't know what the uncertainty is, if you don't know what the future holds and you're in uncertainty, find your course correction within your own mind. Find the thoughts that are holding you back. Ask yourself if they are true. Ask yourself what your thoughts would need to be to go for this higher guidance, this divine inspiration, this higher path, the soul path that you would go down if you knew you were guaranteed success. What is the direction? Oh, that's super cool. We got intuition leading the way with dropping into the heart space and choosing our truth. We got this Two of Swords again. So here's the eclipse energy. So we could say that we could set an intention through this eclipse to release anything that is people-pleasing or staying in the habitual motions. This could also mean that the eclipse is going to prime us to have much more intuitive guidance to see what this truth on our heart actually is in face of all the other options. I'm just seeing people staying in their safe zone and now individuating and venturing out on their own. And we get this growing, I mean, this is a card of communication, but not really talking about it. In the reverse, it's more of an inner knowing and a planning, more of an action, setting course. It could be, I heard fly by night, but the way that I am going to interpret that is that there might be some hush hush, down low, new adventures that maybe these peer groups and family and colleagues don't really know about, but we're giving ourselves permission to live life our way, even if it's not in broad daylight yet, so to speak. This is the testing ground, doing things differently and beginning to get more success, more fulfillment, more joy from doing the things that our heart chooses. But yeah, it feels like it might be on the down low for a little while people get their bearings. Really interesting. Okay, let's get an energetic message for my viewer. What can we see going forward with this energy? Seal of indivisible vision, psychic vision, hidden meanings, dream reading. We just got the Queen of Cups, which is that psychic, intuitive, unconditional love, which says, I trust myself, I love myself, I trust that others can handle their own karma, responses, intuition. It's on them how they interpret everything. I have unconditional love that they will handle it the way they need to, but I get to handle the things that I need to, and I'm going to individuate based on the deeper meanings, based on my heart's read on situations, based on what my heart is leading me to do that feels good and right and true and totally alive for me. Okay, many blessings everyone. Bye for now.